Hello creatives and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the first of my bullet journaling videos and I'll be setting up my pages for July. The theme I chose for this setup was travel, inspired by some recent purchases from Journalsay. I'll try to link everything I can in the description. The colour scheme I used came from the stickers, so there was a mix of blue, peach, pink and browns. Before we get too far into this video, if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Zoe and I love being creative. I'm currently making videos of card making and bullet journaling, so if that interests you, please consider subscribing. I'd love for you to follow along. I started my setup with a double spread cover page using some torn papers as a base border and then decorating with stickers and washi tape. Blank space in the middle I then filled with a quote. I'm using a few different sticker sets from Journalsay. Some are from packs of individual stickers and others are from PET rolls, so I used my craft knife to cut them out individually. I have an old set of planner stickers which I took the July from as the title of the cover page. I stuck it on some coloured paper and then mounted it on some darker toned script washi tape to help it stand out more. The quote I found on Pinterest is one that is credited to Lewis Carroll and says, "The best gift you could have given her was a lifetime of adventure," which I thought suited my theme well. I used 2 sets of stamps to write out the quote. I wasn't great at getting the right spacing, but I still like how it turned out. It works well with the torn pages and washi tapes to give it a collage feel. I then finished up adding a few more stickers as extra decoration before moving on to the next page. The next page in my setup is a content planner calendar. I like to use the calendar on my phone to plan and schedule my life, so I use this spread to track posts and videos and everything related to that. It's also useful to have of the month calendar if I need to check dates and days. It wasn't until I recorded this voiceover that I realized I never actually put the days along this calendar, so I'll have to add them later. Each of the boxes in this calendar are 6 by 6 spaces, and I do 3 on the left page and 4 on the right, but you could switch that and do it any way that works best for you. I also like to start my weeks on the Monday because I don't like to split my weekends when I'm planning things like this. But if you prefer to start your weeks on a Sunday, then keep in mind that your calendar layout would look a little bit different. Once the basic calendar was drawn out, I then added a title using a zebra mild liner and writing in a basic cursive because fancy fonts are not my forte. And then I decorated down the left side of the page and on the right page at the top and the bottom. For the decorations on this page, I again used torn papers and washi tapes and stickers, as well as a couple of stamps on the left to balance out all the things on the right page. Again, the stamping on this page also wasn't perfect, but I was happy with it. I wasn't aiming for perfection. All the lines that I draw are always hand-drawn without a ruler, so I'm not aiming for it to look perfect in any way. I used a black Tombow dual brush pen for the ink of my stamps in this setup rather than an ink pad because I find it to be less messy and it still has the same results. I then finished the page off by drawing a border with a different zebra mild liner before moving on to the next page. The last part of the setup was my weeklies, which at the moment I like to do as waterfall tabs with habits and tasks down the sides that can be seen every week. I pre-cut 3 pages for the weeklies in this setup and started by decorating the edges with the washi tapes I'd been using. I like to track 3 habits each month. So down the left side of the page, I drew 3 calendars that I will then colour in each square for the days that I complete the habits. To differentiate between the habits, I used 3 different mild liners to highlight the space where the habit name will go, and I will also use those colours to colour in each square of the calendars. After adding a bit more decoration on the left page, I started drawing the boxes for my weeklies. I'm trying 2 different layouts this month, as again I use my phone calendar for my schedule. I use these pages for daily to-do lists. Last month I had 6 boxes to a weekly page, combining my weekends as they generally have shorter lists. But I wanted to try something different this month, particularly with the first 2 weeks, as because of the waterfall tabs they end up quite skinny. So I've decided to try out using large boxes on the whole page column and writing out the lists and then dividing the days as I go. So if I need more space some days and less on other days, I can do that and just write the weekday when I get to it, if that makes sense. The second 2 weeks are more of a standard layout, yet still different to last month because I've got 8 instead of 6 boxes with an extra box labelled notes, which I might also use to transfer and record things in advance of the next week. I did make a mistake drawing the boxes on the last page, but I just used a white Jelly Roll Sakura pen to go over it and fix it up. And in case you were wondering, the black pens I use are Staedtler pigment liners that I got from Officeworks here in Australia. I used the 0.5 and the 0.2 in this setup. On the right hand side of the last page, I made weekly and monthly task lists for things that I like to do either once a month or once a week to help keep track of those tasks as well. An example of these tasks might be things such as cleaning or watering plants or washing bed linen once a month and things like that. Each row in the monthly list has one tick box for when it is completed, and each row in the weekly list has 5, one for each week to tick that task off. I then went through and labelled each of the weekly boxes with the days and dates using the little number stickers I used on the content planner page. And like I said before, with the first 2 weeks, I only wrote in the header for Monday so that I can use as much or as little space of the large box that I need to for each day. I then finished off the pages with more decoration of small stickers and washi tape that fit in the gap of the last weekly perfectly. And that is it for today's video of my July bullet journal setup. So if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.